guys. This is going to be our first attempt at doing an FOC show for our local customers. Uh, and I go by the name Boogie Richie G. This is my boy Javi. He goes by the name Chupapi Javi
Chupapi Javi with two eyes.
with two eyes. There you go. So go give him a follow on Instagram at spell it out for him.
Chupapi. So it's it's CHU Papi, and then Javi with two eyes.
You assume white people know how to spell Papi.
Papi, Papi. Yeah, Papi. Javi, Javii on TikTok.
On TikTok, there you go.
Yeah.
And I just opened an account for Instagram, Boogie Rich B, just like it sounds, BOOGIRICHIEG. There's a story behind that. Maybe we'll get to it at a different time. It's not me just trying to be funny. It's a cool meaning behind it. But anyhow, this is our first attempt at trying to do an FOC show. I own Horizon Comics. This guy is one of my local customers that's quickly become my friend. And we decided to start doing an FOC show for you guys, try to create some content to help you guys know what's coming out. For those of you guys who don't know what FOC is, it stands for Final Order Cutoff. Every weekend there's books on Final Order Cutoff. The way it works is the publishers use this date to get our final orders in before they set a print run. So let's say it's X-Men #1. All 3,000 shops in the U.S. place an order for 100,000 comic books. They might print that. They might print a little bit extra to have, for damages and replacements. And that'll be the print run of that book, until it sells out. And if there's a bigger demand, they'll go to a second, third, fourth print, whatever. But that's why it's important for you guys to place in your orders with your local comic shop, whether it's with us, whoever it is you're dealing with. Put in those orders. That way you're guaranteed to get that book. Because then if you don't, then you're left to see if the shop ordered enough comics for the wall. So again, this is our first attempt. It's going to be, trial by fire. We're going to try wing it. Hopefully it'll get better with time, but hopefully we can do this on a regular basis. But yeah, I think besides that, we'll get right into it. That was my quick little intro, and then we'll be bouncing back and forth. I'm sure it'll be a disaster, but it'll be fun. So for those of you guys, if you guys, shop with us at Horizon Comics, which is, I'm kind of doing this for you guys, but hopefully it goes out to the rest of the world. You should have a Comic Hub account with us. If you don't, message us on IG at Horizon Comics, and we'll set you up. Or if you want a book that you see us talk about, message us, and we'll add it. We'll figure it out. We'll set you up with an account. But first thing you do, if you guys are already familiar with it, you would go to Comic Hub on your phone, on the app, or you go to comichub.com. If you don't have the link already saved, you could just go to Google Comic Hub, and then that's how I do it, because sometimes I don't even fucking save it. But go to Comic Hub customers, and then you'll log in. You go to login, you put in your info. I'm logging in right now. Bam. Once you're in, you go to shop coming soon, which all this is getting recorded, right? So it should be pretty easy. You go to search orders due Sunday. Last call. Last call is the same thing as FOC. That's just what they named it. They used to name it FOC, but I think people were getting confused. So they made it dummy proof and put last call. So yeah, once you're here, you'll have all the books that are available to order. All this stuff, we'll go through it. I'm not going to go through every book because it'll be tedious and you don't want to hear about everything. But I'll highlight the ones that I think are cool.
So for the people watching, the final order cutoff is not for the books coming out the following week. That week. That's
No. So usually final order cutoff is 3 to 4 weeks ahead. So again, that gives the publishers enough time to get the print runs dialed in, print X amount of books, any changes they have to do. But yeah, it's 3 to 4 weeks ahead. So like right now, the books that we're going to order today will come out on November 12th. Some might be the following week, November 26th, but usually 3-week lead time from your FOC order. That's the way it works. If you're trying to get books that come out next week, you already missed the deadline. You're already kind of screwed. You're left to the discretion of the comic shop if they have enough. For example, like for us, if there's a book people want to order, and if I have 20 subscribers for it, I might order 30 or 40, 10 or 20 for the wall. But what will happen is in that span of 3 weeks, people will jump on Comic Hub or they'll call the shop, hey, can you add the new blah, blah, blah book to my pull? So sometimes by the time Wednesday comes, I won't have any books for the wall because all the extra ones I ordered, people already claimed. You know, so Wednesday comes, it looks like I'm not doing my job, but I did. It's just that people ordered after the fact, and because I'm a nice guy, I added to their pull, but then I screw myself, you know.
Go.
But if you want to guarantee your books, you fucking do it on FOC, and that's kind of the goal of this show is to got you guys, inform you guys on what's coming out. And there's tons of shows. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's tons of channels out there that do it. You know, by all means, let them do it. You know, I'm doing this more for my local customers, so they're informed on what's coming up. And we do a pretty good job. Raquel does a great job at doing the graphics to post on our Instagram. But I think having a video that goes along with it, I think will be extremely helpful. And you guys let me know if it helps you. If it doesn't, then I won't do it. But I think it'll be cool to see you guys get, you know, hear what I'm looking forward to, what Javi's looking forward to. And, you know, just cool shit that's coming out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell how it works. So we'll go in, and I'm sure, like I said, it's going to be all over the place because it's our first one, but hopefully it goes good and we continue to do this on a regular basis because this guy really motivated me to do it. Not going to lie, follow his TikTok or Instagram. The videos he posts are hilarious, and it's really kind of made me want to start creating some content because I know it only helps you, you know? So big props to...
It's going to grow your business.
Well, yeah, that's the goal, hopefully, you know? We just want to get everybody's money.
But the reason I love Comic Hub completely is because I get to choose my covers.
Yeah, and that's the biggest tool, man. I tell people it's a dangerous thing because you want fucking everything, you know? You just want to add every cover, you know? It's dangerous. So you have to know your limits. Don't spend your fucking mortgage money on every fucking cover because I have customers all the time. They go crazy in the beginning. They order every fucking cover, and then they feel it in the wallet, and it hurts them. And that's a good way to get burned out. You don't want to do that. Pick and choose what you really like, you know, and then ease into it. But don't start full swing and in the beginning because you'll burn yourself out, and then you might not like comic books later on. And, you know, I always try to warn my customers, don't do that. Yeah, I'm here to make money, but that's not my reason. I'm here to educate my customers, help them make wise decisions because I've been there. When I first started out, I would go crazy and order everything, and I had to learn through trial and error to not overdo it. Don't get suckered into FOMO because it's a good way to fucking spend all your money and get your wife mad. Yeah, don't be like this guy. You know?
FOMO king over here.
Yeah, don't. You know, FOMO is a serious MF, man. You don't succumb to it. Sometimes it's okay, but not every fucking time. But yeah, so let's say we're gonna be all over the place, but hopefully it'll be fun. So we'll start out. We'll do it all the publishers at once. So you'll be able to see everything right here. You have a manga, a ninja, and an assassin under one roof. And I think I read the premise, and this sounded pretty cool. Let's see what it says. It says, a rogue ninja and messy assassin team up in this daily comedy slice of life manga filled with gags, domesticity, and of course murder. You have me at murder. Inspired the anime Satoko, a runaway ninja with zero street smarts, just wanted a quiet escape from her secret village. Instead, she ends up crashing at the apartment of Kanoha, a high school girl who moonlights as a lethal assassin. What starts as an awkward roommate situation quickly spirals into a chaotic blend of dodging deadly pursuers, navigating high school drama, and figuring out who's supposed to do the dishes. With major sharp comedy and non-stop hijinks, this lockup was anything but ordinary. I don't know. I'm fairly new to manga, but this sounded fucking dope, so I'm on board. Like, I might order one for myself just because it sounds fucking cool.
He's out of my league.
And I'm gonna probably add it to my poll, but I just thought that was cool. So that, then you go on to Action Comics 1092. Obviously, Action Comics has been going on forever, since 1938.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously cool books. I don't know too much about it, and to be honest, I don't personally follow Action Comics, but obviously I'm going to order enough for the wall.
And it shows you every single cover they have right there.
Yeah, that's the beauty about Comic Hub. You're able to see every cover. You have cover A, B, C, D, incentive variants, everything on there. I guess they're doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Omnibus hardcover, Volume 1. Well, that's kind of cool. Then you go on a couple more books. They are doing a second print for Amazing Spider-Man Torn #1. I didn't get a chance to read it, but this guy did. So I don't know if you want to give him a quick rundown.
Spider-Man Torn is basically starting from the beginning. He's in high school again. I liked it. I thought it's way better than the current Amazing Spider-Man run that's going on. So if you haven't picked it up, I think it came out like last week, 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, if you haven't picked it up, I say pick it up. It's like starting fresh. So
yeah, especially I think it's a mini series too. Those are always good to jump on. You know.
Yeah.
You're not suckered into ordering 45 copies of a book. You know.
Right, and it's an easy jumping on point if you're new to comics. It's set #1, so issue 2 hasn't came out yet. So.
Yeah. So order the second print. Issue 2 comes out in 2-3 weeks. So you still have time.
And that second printing incentive looks sick.
Yeah, see, I don't know how I feel about that, man, because they do second print incentives, 125s, right? Not a lot of shops are going to order that heavy on second prints because most customers already got the first print, you know? But it's a giant cash grab, you know? So it's like, I don't know how I feel about it. Unless the cover's super dope, you know?
But if your shop doesn't order it, Comic Hub, you could order it right here.
Yeah, order the second print variant on there right there. Yeah, to get the second print, the incentive 125. That means I have to order 25 copies. And to be honest, I'm not gonna order 25 copies of Torn. I might order 10, but I'm not gonna order 25. But there's always an option if you really must have that 125 variant for whatever book it is you want. And if I tell you I can't get it, you always have the option to order the 25 copies yourself, and you'll get the incentive variant at cover price. You know, so we'll work with you. Continuing on, there's Animal Pound graphic novel volume 1, cool Tom King story, a couple other books, Aquaman 11. So I know there's about 22 tie-ins to DCKO, which I read issue 1. I thought it was fucking great. I loved it. I think they have a hit on their hands. So I highly recommend talk to your LCS and add all the tie-ins. So they don't all come out at the same time, so it doesn't really matter. They're spread out within a couple of months, but you don't want to miss out on the tie-ins. At least the main ones. There's like 4 or 5 one-shots that are, I think, a must. The other ones are spread out between Aquaman, Flash, Superman, and Titans. Yep. You know, there's like 3 issues in between. So if you're not going to get all of them, at least get some of the bigger ones that you want. But definitely DCKO is something to be looking out for. Aquaman, or the covers. Arcadia #1 sound dope. I won't even read the premise because it is fucking long. But it's from the same creative team who brought you We Live, which I don't know if you guys read it. I did, and I fucking loved that story. I thought it was a beautiful story. I thought what they did with the QR codes and the music was brilliant. I don't know if you got a chance to read it. So in there'd be a QR code placed there. You scan it, and it would take you to a music video or a song. So it was meant for you to read the comic book while you're listening to the music. It was fucking brilliant. And I remember when We Live came out, that book was going for crazy money because it was such a brilliant story. So this is from the same team, so I'm looking forward to it, you know.
And did you say it was a new publisher?
A new publisher called Ignition Press, which I did get a chance to meet those guys at Comics Pro. That's a convention for like retailers and stuff. They were there and super awesome. They threw this fucking awesome fucking party with fucking free food and drinks. So me and Raquel went. We had tons of free drinks and food, hors d'oeuvres and all that fancy shit. Hung out. It was awesome, but they really seemed like they got their shit together, and they have a lot of big books coming out. So I would definitely give them a try because I think these guys are here to stay. You know, they have a lot of cool books.
I'm into it. But
yeah, Arcadia. So that's that guy. Arcbound hardcover is coming out. That's and that's I forgot. That's a book written by Scott Snyder and Tom Hardy. And I'm pretty sure it's fucking Tom Hardy, fucking Bane Tom Hardy. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not, somebody correct me in the comments. But, a lot of these artists and actors are getting into comic book writing, like, Post Malone, Keanu Reeves. Yeah. A lot of them have had a passion for comic books for a while, so I think it's dope to see, that our medium is being exposed to a bigger audience. It's pretty dope.
I didn't know Tom Hardy was like that. That's cool.
Well, he's played a couple superheroes, which is dope,
Yeah, but Venom?
Venom, but hey, yeah, you're right. But I mean, fucking Bane was the shit though. Bane was dope.
I'm not gonna get into that for this video.
All right, well, we have to get back to it then.
I don't like the Dark Knight, but
dude, that's gonna be for a different video because dude, it's some of the best movies out there. But I'll hold my refrain for it. We'll talk about it later. Okay, Artificial, Maria Levitt. Maria Levitt does some really cool stories and artwork. I haven't had a chance to read it, but it seems pretty cool. So those are those guys, and you have Astrobot. Some of the stuff I personally don't order for the shop because I don't have enough subscribers. But I will tell you the ones I think people are following. I know Author Immortal. If I'm not wrong, it has something to do with a English writing guy, whether he's writing books or novels, I forget. And I'm gonna feel dumb now, but I forget what the premise on. The premise was dope, but I can't tell you exactly what it was. But I know this one people are digging, so it might be something I might give it a shot and read down the line. But I don't know too much about it, to be honest.
Hush is back.
Hush, dude. I mean, the original Hush series was fucking dope. I'm super excited about this one, but it's taking so long for this shit to come out. They keep pushing it, and that's probably because Jim Lee's got a lot of responsibility over at DC. Mm-hmm. As it is, he's doing big things out there, but it's really delaying his artwork and this thing is getting pushed back, but I'm glad to see that we're getting part 5.
Yeah.
Which is cool. They got a lot of cool covers. You got the 8 cover. You got the David Finch, which David Finch is always dope. Let's see that.
The connecting covers. Dope.
Yeah, dude. I think a lot of people missed them here, but we've been ordering heavy on the connecting covers. These things are so sick. I don't have the image here right now to show you, but they make such a beautiful collage of 6 covers that is so sick. But yeah, dude, adult auto covers
We'll
are
throw up the image
insane.
in editing. Boom.
There you go. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess the beauty about technology, we could fucking boom,
Yeah.
just put it there. But yeah, those covers are awesome. I know we still have some downstairs, but if you're not local, find them somewhere because they are dope. I highly
Yeah,
recommend. They're
beautiful.
gonna
I have
make a
'em.
beautiful piece. There you go. But yeah, tons of covers for that. So far, I've read the first 3 issues. They were great. I'm behind one, but I'm definitely excited for it. And part 3 comes out next year. Hopefully, if not, it's gonna be 2027. Fucking at this rate. You got Batman and Robin. You got more Batman and Robin. Of course, if you guys are following that, those are the covers available. Batman Dark Patterns. I haven't had a chance to read it, but this is the last issue. But I know a lot of people have been digging it.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that if you've read it. People online have liking it.
Yeah,
Liking
I haven't had a chance to read it, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Same thing with Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Those are 2 titles that do really good for us. So those are on FOC this week. We do have a new number 1 though here. You got Batman and Static Beyond issue number 1. It's a 6-issue miniseries. I know this story looks super cool, and like you asked me earlier, when was the last time Static had his own title that was good?
Yep.
Shit, I don't remember. I know they did one last year, but I don't remember it being hyped, you know. But this one looks pretty cool. I do know there's a first appearance on this book. It's I made a note to myself. Let me see if I can find it. I try to be prepared, but
Well, okay, when was the last time Batman Beyond got a comic?
that's true. You know, Batman
See,
Beyond.
Batman Beyond is just, come on, it's Batman Beyond.
Yeah, dude, fucking Terry Guinness is a shit, dude. So that one I put first appearance of a new villain that causes a global blackout. So that sounded pretty dope, you know, causes a global blackout. So we'll see how it goes, but that one looked pretty cool. Tons of variants for it, you know. You got all these guys here, but that's exciting. 6-issue miniseries. You don't have to commit to a long one. It should be pretty fun. Of course, Battle World is back. You know, I don't know if you guys remember not the first Secret Wars event, but you know, the one in the 2000s, they had Battle World, you know, and it looks like they're bringing it back. I think maybe they're getting hyped because the Secret Wars coming back. I mean, being made into a movie. So I haven't had a chance to read it, but it looks super dope. The original Battle World was dope, so this one looks pretty cool. That's a dope ass cover right there too.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I'm always torn. You know, I run a business, and getting variants is a giant cash grab. I mean, for me, it helps us out. We make sales, but I always tell people, be careful. Don't be a completionist and try to get everything because it does that.
I think I ordered 2 of those. I ordered
Yes.
2 different variants for that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Buy what you like, man.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy with it, by all means, shit, you know. But just be careful. Don't try to get every cover because you're easily gonna hurt your wallet, and your significant other's gonna be pissed, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when I was fucking before I had the shop, I'd go in there and I try to be sneaky so my wife wouldn't find out. I'd be partial cash, partial credit card,
Bruh,
just to try to hide the money, you know. That's kind of
That's
shit.
girl math.
I do that all the fucking time.
That's
I know the girls will figure it out.
No, that's girl math. If they use cash, they didn't spend any money
Right, there you
because
go.
they didn't come out from their bank account.
That's right.
Girl math.
Yeah.
Black cat.
We got Black Cat issue number 4, which got these really cool covers. Is Derek Chu. They are doing this whole wave of, I think they were calling it fucking streetwear or fucking Streetverse variant. There you go. So it all looks like you're walking a catwalk, you know, with their outfits and stuff. So there's a whole wave of these, you know, where they're wearing nice, cool street clothes. So pretty dope. I mean, if you're gonna collect them all, it might be for a nice set, you know, if you're into that sort of thing. But you know, it's funny. I just made the video about all the Roosevelt stuff that we got in, and for a moment, I contemplating doing a whole fucking catwalk with that clothes, like me wearing it and walking around like this. And
No, we got to do it now.
throwing my hair.
You shouldn't have said
I
that.
thought that would have been. That's how I got myself into the fucking peacemaker dance, dude. Sometimes I open my mouth and then they hold me accountable
Nope,
to
we're
it.
gonna hold you accountable now. You're gonna do a catwalk.
It's a catwalk with all the
For the
Roosevelt
Streetverse.
stuff. All right, continuing. We have Blade Runner 2039 Omnibus hardcover. We got Blade Runner Black Lotus Las Vegas 3. That looks super cool. I haven't read it, but I know a lot of diehard fans that are into Blade Runner. And you know, it sucks. I'm a big Philip K. Dick fan, and I haven't been following the
So
series.
for me, actually, I have never seen anything Blade Runner, anything ever, and I've ordered the first 2 issues, and I didn't like it.
No?
It was because I don't know the lore. But
Yeah, you gotta watch the original movie, dude.
Blood and Thunder.
I know. See, I've been collecting it, but I've been reading Blood and Thunder. What do you got to say about Blood and Thunder?
Blood and Thunder is dope. It kind of gives me not really. Yeah, it kind of gives me Invincible vibes, like the art style. Even though
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same people.
I think
But
that's how they coined it when it first came out.
yeah,
Like, it was a Robert Kirkman thing tied into it.
and it's funny and it's got action. Like the characters are super likable. I like Blood and Thunder. It's funny. I like
Gotcha.
it.
I know I have a lot of customers subscribe to it, so I know
Yeah.
they're digging it and stuff. But yeah, Blood and Thunder has multiple variants, all here.
Oh damn, the young look.
Oh yeah, they're doing this whole thing. I'm a name drop right here. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything, but I was informed by somebody in the industry that they're gonna be doing a whole Young Blood month. So they're gonna do, like, I know they're doing a Scotty Young Blood month. I mean, Scotty Young Young Blood variant. I know they're doing a Stray Dogs variant. All blood young. I mean, Young Blood related.
Right.
So it's a whole month. Young Blood variants are gonna do
Before Young Blood actually
yeah,
comes
before it
out.
launches. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're hoping the nostalgia gets people and stuff, which is cool. Young Blood was a big thing, in the '90s and stuff. So if you're a Young Blood fan, you definitely want to collect them all. But yeah, they have all these videos, and again, I might be running fast with some of these, and I apologize, and we'll edit it and fix it. But a lot of cool Blood Thunder covers. Then you have Blood Squad 711. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about that book. Let me see, is the image? I think you got Blue Falcon, Dino. I haven't heard anyone mention this book, so I'm sure there'll be someone who'll order it, and that always catches me off guard. I don't know anything about it.
Don't know nothing.
And it doesn't catch my attention, but you never know. Manga. So Blue Lock Manga, Volume 25. So I never heard nothing but good things. I know there's another book that has a similar title, which is the manga that's all about soccer and death games.
You're
Is it
asking
Blue Lock?
the wrong person about manga.
I thought you were watching anime and stuff.
I just got into anime.
Oh, me too. I recently started getting into anime and manga,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking dope.
I mean, on my TikTok, I'm reacting to Demon Slayer for the first time. I've never seen anything anime.
I
But if you know any good mangas, let me know because I'll read anything at this point.
yeah, I said I'm fairly new to manga, but there's some, dude. I think I first watched Alice in Borderland on Netflix, and that to me became one of my favorite shows of all time. And it's like Squid Games, but a million times better. So that got me into reading the manga, and now I'm obsessed with it. And since then, I've watched Chainsaw Man, Tokyo Ghoul, but some of those shows are fucking dope. And now I'm dipping my toes into manga, but it's a whole new rabbit hole that I didn't want to get into for the longest time. But now I'm fully on board. Like, I want to order more manga and read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's too much cool stuff out there.
But your shop, Horizon Comics, here in Lancaster, by the way, has got a good selection of manga. You guys are building up that collection. I see it.
Yeah, that's the goal. We want to become your manga destination, because what I heard in the past is that everybody would have to go down below to LA to get their manga, or Barnes and Noble. But we want to become your one-stop shop for manga. So I think we've been doing a pretty good job stocking the shelves with the main 100 titles of the main ones. But I want to continue to grow and learn. And I'm always taking suggestions. So if you guys have any recommendations, shit that I should carry, let me know. Because by all means, I like picking people's brains. Let me know. That way I can order the right stuff that you guys want to see. Like I said, I want to become the one-stop shop for all collectibles out here. Yep. Shameless plug. We have been voted AV's best collectible shop 4 years in a row. So, we definitely try to cater to all our customers and make everyone happy.
You said cater?
Cater.
What are we catering? Canes? I'm hungry.
Catering canes, right? Everybody loves canes. Yeah, I know Briar's Knight's Terrors came back with another mini-series. I know I read the first series when it came out. It was pretty dope. So you got Briar coming back. Bright Knight's Terror. Do want to highlight this. So Berserker came back. So I remember when Berserker first got announced, the Keanu Reeves book. It was such an awesome read, and it brought so many people into the shop. And I'm glad, because Keanu Reeves is a massive comic book fan, and he's such a great dude that I'm super excited about everything he does. But this one is super dope. I think the premise is there's a ship captain, and he hears a heartbeat out in the ocean, and they go and try to uncover it, and it comes out to be that his name is Warrior B. So he's chained up in a coffin or chest with chains in the ocean, and they go to retrieve him. So super cool premise. If you guys didn't read Berserker 1 through 12, I highly recommend it. Such a dope story.
The first original Berserker is a fairly new story?
Yeah, last year. Or the year before, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. So
yeah, dude, it's such an awesome story. And the guy clearly fucking looks like him. I mean, the main premise on that is that he's an immortal warrior who's been around forever, and all he wants to do is die. And that's not to say he's
Battle
suicidal.
Beast.
Huh?
Sorry,
Kind of,
like
kind
Battle
of,
Beast.
kind of same premise. He wants to have the ability to die. He's not suicidal, but he wants to be able to die. So he started working with the government. He makes a deal with them that I'll train your soldiers and I'll teach you what I know, but you have to promise me to find me a cure for death. So that's kind of the premise
Damn.
of the first
Shit.
arc.
Right.
Such a dope fucking story, dude.
And only 12 issues in the first.
Only 12,
Berserker.
only 12 issues. Yeah, highly recommend it. I know we have the trade paperback down below, but I highly
Not for
recommend
long.
it.
I'm taking it.
There you go. If you like, Keanu Reeves, definitely recommend you guys check that out. But yeah, super excited about that. And we have all the variants for
That's a nice
Berserker.
cover. Those are nice covers.
Yep. Continue more Berserker covers. Here it's crazy. They were doing a 1 in 1,000 variant for Berserker. I had one customer order 1,000 copies so he could get that 1 in 1,000 variant signed by Keanu Reeves. As a matter of fact, he still has a bunch of those because you can't get rid of 1,000
That's
copies.
crazy.
But yeah, I know I still have a ton because we did order a lot for customers, but such a good story. But yeah, Berserker is back. Court Children of the Round Table. Not a lot of people have been picking this up, but it seems like a really cool premise. It is, DC superhero young kids based around Arthur's Round Table storyline, which is super cool. I know we have a couple number ones down below. I have been meaning to read this because it seems cool. It kind of gives me Strange Academy vibes. It looks cool. Hopefully I'll get a chance to read it. But that is Court Children of the Round Table. Then we have some epic collections: Captain America, more manga, Cat Companions, Maruru. I have heard that all cat-related mangas do fucking crazy. I don't know why people love mangas that involve cats. I guess that's a thing in Japan. But I guess if you love cats and you like manga, we have Cat
crazy.
Companions, Maruru, Catwoman graphic novel, and then jumping over to Cloak and Dagger #2. So Marvel is doing this really big crossover called Age of Revelation. There's a shitload of titles. I forget how many, but
I think it's 17.
is it 17 titles?
17.
And they all cross over. It looks cool. I mean, I don't know which ones you want to follow, but there's a lot of them. If you want to follow them all, that's going to get a little expensive, but there are a lot of cool series. I know there's Laura Kinney becomes Sabretooth.
Mm-hmm.
There's The Last Wolverine. There's Cloak and Dagger. There's Binary. There's Long Shots. It's a lot of titles and stuff that tie into it. So if you're an X-Men fan and you want to follow this event, don't miss out on it because it is going on right now. Let's see. I'm going to have to load the next page. That's another thing I find annoying sometimes with Comic Club. You have to load the pages.
Yeah.
But I think that's common with a lot of sites. They don't want to bombard you with shit
My
everywhere.
pet peeve with Comic Hub, as soon as I click on a comic and I add it to cart, it sends me all the way back to letter A.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my pet peeve.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
biggest pet peeve with Comic Hub. I have to scroll all the way down.
Yeah, I know that is kind of annoying. I love Comic Hub, and it's been a great tool for us, especially
I
during
love
COVID. It saved
Yeah.
us. But yeah, it's not perfect. They got a small team in India that work around it, and there are a lot of things that they need to improve. But for the most part, I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
It makes collecting so much easier,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, definitely. But I get you that it's annoying if you have to go through it. Maybe you just have to use the filters and go letter by letter. Here we have Kaya. You know what? I'm following this series. It's on my pull. I dig it. I'm behind, I'll be honest, but I am following anything Kaya. Super dope story here. So you have Kaya coming back with a one-shot. You have Conan the Barbarian. Tons of variants. Here we have Copper Coins. I'm guessing it's the manga. Craniacs, which I hadn't heard anything about Craniacs, but the artwork looks amazing. It looks pretty cool. Almost reminds me of what's the Crumb guy? The guy that does anyhow, I have a brain fart. Robert R. Crumb or whatever his name is. Yeah, it reminds me of kind of that grainy, artsy style, but it looks super cool. Here we have Cul-de-sac issue #4. This is a really cool story. I know Tony Flees did a cover for #1. That was a pretty cool variant. I forget the premise on it, but it looks super cool. Cul-de-sac. Continuing here, we have another Streetverse variant, Daredevil Punisher. So this is one, me and you talked about it roughly earlier. I'm super excited about Daredevil Punisher, The Devil's Trigger #1. Miniseries. It looks like a miniseries, but super excited about that. I know, they go against the Ganucci crime family, which I just love that name, the Ganucci crime family. So, dude, anytime you have the Punisher, I'm on board. I love anything Punisher. It's probably one of my favorite characters of all time. Dude, like, who doesn't relate to him? Like, shit, if something like that happened to my family, you best believe I'm fucking becoming the Punisher.
Yeah, I'm crashing out.
And fucking just taking everyone on board.
Yeah, except I'm not surviving as long as he has.
Yeah, dude, that guy, he survives. He reminds me like a crazy Russian.
Yeah.
They can take all the beatings and all the stab wounds and gunshots and survive. Yeah, he's a hero. He's fucking dope. And I like the fact that he tells you, I'm not anyone's hero, you know?
Yeah.
He hates when people fucking impersonate him or fanboy over him, you know? I think that's fucking respectable, which is dope. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. You got some really cool covers. You got Daredevil Punisher right here, #1. You got the Panosian variant, so you can't go wrong with
beautiful covers.
Dan Panosian. Yeah, that cover is just sick. Beautiful artwork right there. You have the 1 in 25 variant, which is dope. Super cool cover right there. And I like that they went back to the old school Punisher logo. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, when they changed his fucking skull to that stupid horn thing, I stopped reading Punisher books. I was so pissed about the logo that I refused to read Punisher books.
Well, I'm a new comic reader, so I don't even know what horns you're talking about.
Oh, dude, this is like 2 years ago. They made it look like it was a skull with fucking horns. It looked fucking dumb, dude. It was just fucking dumb. I hated it. I'm glad that they came back to the fucking original roots.
The new Red Band Punisher's like 3 lines, I think. It's only like 3 white lines.
It looks cheesy, too.
Yeah, it does look cheesy.
Like, dude, yeah, the Red Band title, though, has been pretty good.
It's good, though.
The Marvel Nice one is good, too. But I'm glad that they're kind of back to the original. Here we have another Streetverse cover, which is dope. You know, again, they're all doing the catwalk, which is cool. Now, this cover is pretty dope, too. Joshua Cassara variant. This is pretty fucking sick right here. That's a pretty cool cover.
Badass,
Again, it just looks badass, especially after getting that last Daredevil show. Seeing the Punisher and Daredevil is always dope to see, man.
Every time their dialogue is...
Yeah. I want
chef's kiss, dude.
I want more Daredevil.
I want
Punisher.
that type of dialogue here.
What is this? Oh, Luciano Vecchio. This is a dope cover, too. It looks kind of trippy. But Stormbreakers is like, yeah, sometimes they do some shitty books covers, but we'll see. I know Dark Souls is big. I wish I did more gaming. I don't have too much time, but this looks cool. They're coming out with a new 4-issue miniseries. So Dark Souls #1. If you like video games and you follow Dark Souls, here you have Mother of Mourning #1. And you know, Bjorn Berens does some awesome fucking covers, man. This cover is pretty fucking sick.
I'm scared.
Scared, right? You got the curl, you get the dead bodies. This shit is...
I've never played Dark Souls.
And neither have I, but I hear nothing but good things about it.
If it's a single-player game, I suck at single-player games. I can't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I can't do that.
Yeah, I love playing video games, but dude, there's such time vampires. They suck you in, and I can't, dude. I'm too busy. You know, but I wish I had more time. I did talk to you about this earlier, dude. I'm super excited about this book.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, dude. It's, you know, it looks cartoonish a little bit, but the premise, you know, it's John Wick meets Jason Voorhees, you know, and, you know, they follow along as Deadhead's thirst for revenge leads him through dozens of slashers to the one and only Mahler Mason, a legendary killer who's murdered thousands. So, I don't know. The premise sounds dope. It's a 6-issue miniseries. The artwork looks cool. Yeah. And it's from horror. No, I was about to say horror mature readers, but no. What publisher is this? Sumerian Comics. Gotcha. Yeah, this looks super cool. I'm definitely going to be ordering this. The premise sounds fucking awesome. I want to give this a try. Especially you had me at John Wick meets Jason Voorhees, you know? Crazy. So that looks super dope. I'm super excited about that guy, Deadhead. They got multiple covers. Here's the other one. But again, this looks like a fun story. Look at that. Fucking got him chopping up a head. Fucking with the hand right there. Yeah, that looks dope. I'm looking forward to that. Especially with Halloween coming around, you know. Cool horror books are dope. But super excited about that. Continuing on.
Yeah, when I first came through Comic Cup, I completely skipped over it. So now that you're telling me about it, I'm for sure ordering it.
And I think a lot of people sometimes they try to do it in a rush or don't pay attention. I tried, but maybe because I own a shop, I kind of have to go and read all the premises to see because it might be a new #1 that, hey, that sounds dope. Let me order it for the shop. So I kind of have to do it. But I think it's a good rule of thumb to do it for yourselves because you'll never know. Maybe you read the premise and you're like, dude, that sounds dope. Let me give it a shot.
Well, the majority's ordering. They're looking for Marvel DC, right?
Yeah, that's the
So,
thing. A lot of people just follow the big two.
yeah.
For us, at least, I carry tons of indie books that are shop. Probably more indies than I do the big two.
Right.
I carry the big two, but I'm primarily an indie shop because that's what I love reading.
Yeah.
But that's dope. Oh, look, there's a homage to Incredible Hulk 340. Yeah, this book, the homage has been done multiple times, but it looks pretty dope. Here you got the reflection on there, Deadhead, so that looks dope. And it's an open order variant, so that looks super dope. So open order variants, if you don't know what it is, it means it's not an incentive, so you don't. It's not like a 1 in 15 where I have to order 15 copies for you to get it. You can go ahead and order the open variant with no requirements for it, which is dope. We have Death to Pachuco #2 coming back. I didn't get a chance to read issue 2, but I did read the premise. It sounds super dope. It's based in the 1930s when like the suit riots were going on. So you have that going on. Plus, I don't remember if there was horror elements or something to it, but this is on my list to read. It just sounds dope. And fuck, especially if you're Hispanic, like us, you want to check out anything that's to do with your culture. So Death to Pachuco, Susu Riot. So that's dope, I'm definitely going to give this a read and stuff.
Dude, I'm such a youngin'. I have no idea what you're talking about. The Susu riots?
Yeah, the Susu riots. Yeah, back in the 1930s, there was a lot of like racism going on. And similar to what's going on right now, that people are getting fucking deported because racism towards Hispanics and stuff. So there was a lot of stuff that happened like that with the Susu riots and the way that they would dress and stuff. That's why you hear, how they have the suits and stuff. So super crazy. But you have Death to Pachuco. Lots of variants. Some cool covers. You have poster book, Hulk Smash Everything poster. Poster. We have Venom posters. You have Department of Truth 34. And I think we talked about it. You said you don't know anything about Department of Truth. Dude, well, it's James Tynion, right? He wrote Some Skill of Children, World Tree, Exquisite Corpses. So anything this guy writes is fucking brilliant. But dude, the premise on this book is imagine like the X-Files meets the CIA. So the Department of Truth is a sect in the government that control all conspiracy theories. So whether it's a reptilian society, the flat earth belief, the satanic panic in the 90s or 80s.
Oh, hell no.
All that stuff. But the way fucking conspiracies work in this world is if you get enough people to believe in something, it becomes reality. So it has enough power to affect the future and the past. So right away in issue 1, people go to this flat earth convention where everybody that's there believes that the earth is flat. So the main character of this works for the Department of Truth. So he goes there and they invite him on board this airplane and they go to the edge of the world and they see this crazy ass fucking wall. So it is the end of the flat earth, But because all these people believe it, it becomes reality. Next thing you know, this lady comes in, they start killing everyone and they recruit them. They tell them the way the world works is like this. And, we're the Department of Truth. We study conspiracy theories. And they tell them that collective belief has a power to shape reality. So they tell them that back in the 1940s, the Roman Empire and like Hitler all knew these secret beliefs that have been passed out to generations. So that's how Hitler got to all his power, was because they knew that if they could get enough people to believe in something, they could manifest it into reality. So when the U.S. government discovers this, they start investigating conspiracy theories, and they're behind the satanic panic of the 80s. And this might be a spoiler, but the way we get a man on the moon is by actually broadcasting and staging the moon landing with Stanley Kubrick. And as they're filming it, because everyone in the world fucking believes this is happening, it actually happens, dude. So like the premise is so insane, but so brilliantly written that, dude, like you get hooked on it instantly. They talk about fucking UFOs, they talk about Bigfoot, everything. They even have an encyclopedia of like all the cryptozoids and all the fucking creatures that exist in the world because people believe in it. Like, highly recommend you read it, dude. If you haven't checked it out. And they're on issue 34 right now, dude. And what's even crazier, in issue 30, because all this... No spoilers. Well, no, I mean, it's not really a spoiler. The power and the information gets transferred to the new president. And who is it but Donald Trump?
In the
comic. So what can someone of that stature do with this kind of power? That's kind of the mystery behind it, Which is brilliant,
That was issue 30. So it's still building to
issue 29 or 30, yeah. But it's building, dude.
And do you have the trade paperback here?
We have trade paperbacks all 1 through 5 on there, dude. So come pick it up. Highly recommended, dude. I recommend this to so many people. Everyone loves it. It is such a mind fuck that you'll fall in love with it. Oh, also, there's a mystery. There's this mysterious lady in red that shows up. She looks like that, like a pinup doll character. She's got X's for eyes, and she only shows up at pivotal moments. Like when the man shows up in the moon, she shows up right there. When there's ever anything significant that alters the world, she's there. And that's kind of the mystery. Even to this point, we don't know who she is. Why does she only show up in pivotal moments of history? Like, who is she? Is she some kind of god? Is she the
devil?
The devil? Is she the god of time? Who knows, dude? But that's the mystery behind it.
Yeah.
But the lady in red, it is fucking awesome. And they just did a one-shot a couple weeks ago. It was an Elvis, a backup story. So there's a whole story behind Elvis in that issue. So it's dope. But highly recommend you guys check it out. That was my little tangent on Department of Truth. If you guys are watching this and you said it became not about FOC, I apologize. We're still learning, but that's what I do, and I tend to do is like we sit around, talk shit, have some fun, and if you like it, great. If you don't, nobody's forcing you to watch it. But I hope you guys stick around because our plans is to hopefully do this on a regular basis and have some fun, shoot the shit. And there's a lot of podcasts out there to do this, but if you can sit around with your local community and sit around and bullshit and talk about comics and pop culture, like I think that's gonna be fun.
And there's not a community like this in Lancaster, especially. So.
Yeah, and that's our goal, to try to create that. I think it'll be fun to have us, and I've met a lot of people in my shop that I've become good friends with, homies that now I think if I need help, they come out to help me in a heartbeat. That's what I love about the community out here, and I've met some really cool people at the shop. Like I've been dealing with you for a while now, but we hadn't really, talked this much. I think it's the first time actually hanging out, besides the regular pleasantries of business customer relationship. But I think we're gonna get along and stuff. I think we can shoot the shit
easy.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. But you guys are witnessing our bond. You're gonna see it throughout the weeks, I think, because this is legit the first time I let him know that I had plans on filming some stuff, and he instantly said, "Shit, I'm board." So if anything, he's been more on my ass than me, and I actually appreciate that because I think he's gonna hold me accountable. So I can't find excuses,
If we don't upload, it's all because of him. I'm gonna be on his ass.
And that's also a reason I'm putting it out there in the ether. I'm getting it out there to hold myself accountable because I'm not a lazy person by any means. There's a lot of shit going on, but I'm busy. But I won't try to find excuses, but shit'll come up. And I think he told me, he's like, there's no better time to do it but now. So I'm putting it out there, so it forces me because I do want to do this on a regular basis. I think it'll be fun. So, you guys will be able to see this bond grow with time. We're going to become besties here in the next couple of weeks.
By next week, we'll be kissing.
We're going to be kissing, bro. And like I said, man, the gayer you act, the straighter you are, There's no place for homophobia here.
Hell no.
Okay, here we have, continuing on, we have Detective Kaiju. This is a cool homage to Dark Knight, Frank Miller's Dark Knight, which is dope. I did read the premise to this book. I thought it was dope. Devil on My Shoulder. It gives you the same thing, John Wick vibes. I'm going to click on it because I thought the premise was dope. Says something terrible has happened. For 40 days, she was tortured by 5 men and left for dead. But she will get her revenge on each and every one of them. So even without going further into it, it already sounds like this girl was getting abused by 5 guys and now she's going to go and exact revenge on them. Devil on My Shoulder. Shit, I'm on board. I'm only to give this a try because it sounds dope. Yeah. Especially you want to get some retribution, well-deserved retribution. 4-issue miniseries, dude, you can't go wrong with that, Oh, yeah. I think it's going to be dope. So super excited about that. And it's got some cooler covers. Look at this thing. This thing is pretty awesome cover right there. Martin Simmons, that thing is a beautiful cover. Again, I tend to push a lot of indie books just because I really like them. I read both the big two, but indie, I think, because you get a full story in 4, 6, 12 issues and you're done. I enjoy those,
They're easy to jump into.
Yeah, you don't have to follow a gazillion books to know what the fuck's happening, And maybe it's the wrong thing I should be saying because I'm a business owner and my goal is to sell comic books. Right. But I'm like, to me, it's easier to digestible in smaller, sections
also,
like this.
I think if somebody's a new comic book reader, they should jump into an indie because they're easier to digest.
Easier to digest. They are, that way, it's so daunting to find out, like, hey, I watched the Fantastic Four movie. I want to know everything about Fantastic Four.
Good
And
Lord.
now you have to go back to the 1960s and read Volume 1 and Volume
Buy a
2.
fucking omnibus for your first read.
Yeah, and it's great. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
highly recommend you go and read that Silver Age stuff, but it's daunting not knowing where to start. This way, like you said, it's digestible. You can read it, boom, and
Yeah.
move on to the next thing. You know?
To be honest, my first indie was Exquisite Corpses.
Oh shit!
So-
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, Exquisite Corpses, man. This shit is dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, shameless plug, but James Tinian, again, he wrote this book called Exquisite Corpses, probably one of my favorite reads this year.
Yeah,
It's like, imagine Fortnite Battle Royale. From the inception of the United States, there's 13 houses that run the United States. And every 5 years on Halloween, they choose a small town. Each house unleashes an assassin to fight on their behalf. And then at the end of it, when it's all said and done, whatever assassin wins, that house gets to run the United States for the next 5 years. So it's a fucked up twist on a democratic fucking state or, like country. But it is such a brilliant story. It gives me a manga feel to it, but goddamn, is it beautiful.
Also, I don't know if that's a spoiler, but the town they're fighting in, the town folk don't know what's happening.
The town, yep.
They're all, it's unraveling and people are like freaking out. No cell service. Hey, that's too much.
Yeah. You have to read it. We don't get too much spoilers, but dude, and the beauty about it, the polybag cover C's come with a trading card. I don't think I had one handy here. I did just open the new book, but anyhow, at the end of the 13 issues, there's going to be a trading card game that comes out that you can play like a tabletop game. So, dude, we've always wanted to do tabletop games here. We've never done them, but that might be like the first tabletop game we play, and I'm so excited to do that and to be able to sit here and play as some of the killers and get the community involved and play. I think is going to be awesome. And again, shameless plug, we did our own store exclusive for it that you can only get here at Horizon Comics.
We'll pop it up.
Dan Quintana, we'll pop it up. Dan Quintana, master artist, love his artwork. He did us the favor, did the store exclusive for us. We had him in the shop, did an in-store signing. But such a great story. But yeah, again, and that's good. That's crazy to think that's your first story.
That's
man.
my first indie story, and it's super easy to digest.
Yeah, dude, I think they're in issue 6 comes out this Wednesday. So it's an awesome fucking read, dude. That's one book I'm actively waiting every month to read. But yeah, dope book right there. Continuing on, we got Dick Tracy. All right, dude, this is a book I'm really excited to talk about. So I know you said you didn't know anything about Die.
Mm-mm.
So, dude, this book is such a great read. It came out years ago. I think before I even owned the shop, I bought issue number 1. So it was a 20-issue miniseries. But it's like a role-playing game. So imagine playing Dungeons and Dragons with your buddies, and you get sucked into this fucking magical world of Dungeons and Dragons, and you have all these fucking characters in there, and they're fighting for their lives. They don't know if they die in this world, they die in the real world. You don't know what it is. But 20 issues concluded. It was a brilliant story. At the end, we find out that H.P. Lovecraft is the master of that world in there, which if you don't know H.P. Lovecraft, he's a master sci-fi horror storyteller, brilliant writer. But anyhow, he has a small role in there. The book came to an end, and I didn't even know they were doing an ongoing tie-in to this. So I'm super excited about this. Again, it has the role-playing Dungeons and Dragons vibe. It has like a Stranger Things vibe to it as well. I highly, highly recommend you read this story. It is probably one of my favorite stories of the last couple of years.
It's the number 1.
And it's a number 1. It's called Die Loaded. So I haven't read the premise on it, but I'm super excited because it's the same team. Really highly recommend you guys check out the original series. I do have it down below because that's one I always stock. But highly recommend you guys pick this up. You won't be disappointed. It is such an awesome story. And if you can tell, the design all have the same little schematic here. Yeah. But it's, the outline of a die, pretty much. Like a 12-sided die, for role playing, which is dope. And, writer Kieran Gillen, he's such an awesome writer. But, dude, it is. And I also believe they created a role playing tabletop game for the original series, which is dope. Damn. But again, I highly recommend Die. Like, I'm super excited when I saw this. I was like, oh, shit. Cover? And you get a Peach Momoko cover, dude. Yeah, I highly recommend Die, man. It's you won't be disappointed. It's such a wonderful story. Then you got a blank too if you want to, get a sketch variant drawn by someone at a con. Yep. You got that. You got a Youngblood variant as well. So you're crossing over to this one as well. Youngblood right there.
Why does that look like Radiant Black?
I know, right?
No.
No, it kind of looks like it. You're right. But it's super dope. And then you have that. I continue that. Fuck, we're only in the D's. I wonder how long this is
Dude,
going to
this
go.
is gonna be.
It'll be long. Like, good thing we have the beauty of editing, right?
I think it's gonna just turn into a full FOC podcast.
Well, fuck it. For the first one, I think it'll be fun. I think it's going good. We're
Yeah.
having fun shooting this shit, you know? And I think when you get to speak freely, you get some fun. You get some
Yeah.
factoids in there. You know, hopefully you learn something you didn't know before, you know?
Exactly.
So that's the goal, man. Hopefully this becomes a recurring thing, you know? If it's not, it's because this guy flaked on me.
No,
you know?
hell no.
All right, continuing again, tons of cool covers. You got Disavow. Again, some of this stuff I'm just gonna skim through because I haven't heard anyone talk about it. And you guys can see it on the screen. We got another Dark Knight homage here.
That's dope.
Disney Pixar classic graphic novel Turning Red. You got that. We got some more manga here. Dragonhead. Looks pretty cool. Dragons of the Realm. Dune graphic novel comes back. You have Dungeons and Dragons. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, they have an ongoing series right now. They're on issue 2. You got some more manga.
So
you have
easy to
Endeavor
catch up.
from Distillery. I didn't get a chance to read Endeavor number 1, but it is one I was really excited about. Distillery is killing it. They got some great stories, and I like the fact that they do oversized books, which is dope. Well, here you have Endeavor number 2 on FOC this week. Continuing on, we have all the other Endeavor covers. Again, talking about the Age of Revelation, you have Expatriate, X-Men issue number 2. You have the different covers over here. Expatriate, you have a couple more covers. You have a Fantastic Four Facsimile edition of issue 12. Some more covers. You got Flash Gordon issue 5. You got another manga, Flip Slowly. You got Free Planet graphic novel coming out. You got Ghost in the Shell volume 7 manga. You have G.I. Joe issue 32. You have Godzilla Kaisei Era number 5. You know, I've never been a big Godzilla fan. I appreciate what it is,
Same.
but I've never been. But we were at Comics Pro, and they were giving the pitches for some of these Godzilla titles, and I don't remember if it was this one or another title, but the premise was that, you know, everyone's scared of Godzilla because he's a giant fucking monster and can destroy your fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, what's scarier than fucking Godzilla?
Godzilla insurance.
Well, yeah, maybe, right? Godzilla insurance, right? Shameless plug. Get us some cheap insurance over here. But no, they're saying there's a book where there's a teenager that has the kaiju force or whatever the force that kaijus have. And it goes, what's scarier than Godzilla? Emotional fucking teenager with crazy hormones that has the power to destroy the world. And I just thought that was a brilliant premise. But I know it's on one of these books. I can't remember if it was this Godzilla book or there's a Godzilla Dead Zone. Yeah, there's a couple. But I just thought that was a brilliant premise. I'm like, you know what? That might be cool. So I know we've been promoting them like crazy. But
Those covers are sick, though.
Yeah, they are. They have some beautiful covers. But here we have Green Lantern continuing, Gunpowder, Prophets. Of course, you're going to have, you know, there's always stress me out. All the risque, sexy covers, to me, it's like, who the fuck is reading this? It's like they're all cover grabs. I can't remember. I can't picture somebody really reading Vampirella or Heatseeker or Red Sonja. I know most of those are cover grabs. I'm sure the story might be good, but guys aren't getting it because of fucking the story.
Nobody's reading the story.
Yeah.
I'm not reading the story.
Yeah, it's fucking pure cover grabs, you know?
Literally, I just buy it just to put it in my short box.
I had a buddy that would tell me, he's like, I want the Chichona covers, you know? I was like, man. For those of you who don't know what Chichona means, it's, you know, somebody with big honkers. But even have that.
Green Lantern Corp's cool, too. I've been enjoying it.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know?
I like it.
You know, that's one thing. I will say, people, I'm going to get shit on for this. I do not care about Green Lanterns. It has never sparked my interest. I don't even think I own a Green Lantern book. Dude, to top of that, there was an ongoing joke. One time we did a Whatnot sale back here. And I had Green Lantern 87, which is the first appearance of Guy Gardner. And it's a fucking key.
Uh-huh.
It's a big key. It costs some money. Dude, it became a joke. The whole show, I was like, practically giving it away. Like, it was worth $500. I said, somebody get it off my hands right now for $400. Dude, it became such a gag that the whole show, I kept dropping the price. I'm like, I don't want this in my collection. I do not want it. I don't care about Green Lantern. It's not for me. Dude, at the end, I think I let it go for $250. So to be able to willing to lose half of it because you didn't give a fuck about that book, it is crazy. But even my wife was on board. She's like, fuck it, just sell it for half off. I just didn't want it. Like, I refuse to have something in my collection I don't care about. You know,
That's
even
true.
the money didn't get to me. I was like, I don't. I'd rather someone get it that enjoys it.
Right.
I didn't fucking want that book.
Yeah.
And I've never been excited about Green Lantern. The only Green Lantern story that I would want to read is Blackest Night. I do own it. I do own it, and I want to read that. But that's the only thing that's ever interested me about Green Lantern.
I was literally about to ask you because I'm halfway through Blackest Night.
No, I want to read it, and I have it, and that might be the only story I might read. I'm lying though. You know, shameless plug, name dropping here. So we've had Rami in the shop before. You know, I love Rami, one of my favorite writers of all time. He writes some great stuff, but he gave me a pitch for a new book that he's writing for Green Lantern. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it out here because I don't remember if it was secret or not.
Off camera.
I can't give the premise away. But when he gave me the pitch, I was like, I would read that. I would read that Green Lantern story. But it's only because it's Rami and the pitch that he told me. But besides that, it doesn't excite me. But that's me. People love Green Lantern. I don't, you know. And you guys might scream at me. Hey, you know what? Come into the shop. Tell me why you love fucking Green Lantern so much. I could be wrong, and you might convince me. It's not for me.
Dude, come on, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, the best one. But continuing on, again, I'm telling you, I tend to go on tangents. Heatseeker. All right, this High Strangeness, I didn't get to read, but I did pull it because it had me super excited. So I love anything paranormal, UFOs, all that shit. So this book is supposed to be based on true stories, as truthful as you could get to UFOs and paranormal sightings, right? But maybe it's based on the sightings themselves, not saying that they're fucking real, but on the experiences of people. So I think it takes some of that element and combines it with stories. So I was really excited to read this. It's on my poll. I'm going to read it. But that really got me excited. So issue 2 is on FOC this week. So super excited to check that out. And I want to say there was a famous actor or somebody attached to it. I might be wrong. No, maybe I'm wrong. Unless Daniel knows somebody famous. But there was somebody I thought was attached to it. Unless I'm thinking of a different book. But this one really cool. I wanted to check it out. But that was that book. Okay, all the different variants. Damn, we're only on H. All right. Continuing on. Here we have another mangas. You know, I Am the Silence hardcover. Possible. You got a couple of reprints of Justice League. They're doing a lot of reprints, facsimiles for, you know, shit that most of us can't own because they're too expensive. So they're doing them. Here we have Justice League The Now Complete Deluxe hardcover. Here we have more manga. Here, I'm not going to read all of them because it's going to take forever. But more manga. This Liquidator premise sounded cool. I know it involves time travel. And usually I'm a sucker for anything time travel related. So this one did seem cool.
I'm too stupid to keep up.
Oh, I love time travel shit. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm watching right now a show called The Lazarus Experiment. It's a time travel fucking show, but I'm fucking hooked, dude. Anything time travel, I'm on it. It makes my head hurt, but
that's why.
The more shit that happens, I want to fucking chart it and plot it out and figure out what's what because I love that shit.
Dude, I get lost too easy.
I love that stuff, dude. I'm a sucker for that stuff. So that one seemed cool. If you're into time travel stuff, check it out. But that one seemed pretty cool. I probably should have done my job and clicked on it, but there's too much shit to go on. Talking about fucking blind bags. We just had Mark Spears, the Monster in the Wool blind bag, come out this week. And you know what? It did fairly good for us. We had a lot of customers coming in, calling us, asking us what's our limit on blind bags. I told them I don't. You know, as long as you don't clear me out and you leave some for the shelf, by all means, get some.
Right.
So it's been doing great. And he has beautiful artwork. You know, I respect what he's doing. Cool. I just don't respect all the fucking blind bag fucking shenanigans that is afoot right now. Because we just had one this week and now it's on FOC. Bruh, you know?
Yeah.
But whatever. He has some dope covers. You know, Halloween horror covers are dope. But if you're into blind bags, here we have Mark Spears, in number 8 blind bag. You know, lots of cool stuff. But again, more fucking blind bags. Like, we need more, you know? Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to dissuade you from getting them. If you like it, you like the gamble, do it by all means.
Yeah, it's always fun.
I just my grab because to me it seems like it's too much like a cash grab. I think it's fun if you do it in moderation, but to do it all the fucking time, I think it's too much. But yeah, here we have Marvel Knights of the Punisher we were talking about earlier. There's a second print for number 1 and the 1 in 25 variant. Here we have Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate hardcover. Marvel Zombies Red Band came out. Issue 1 and 2. No, only issue 1 is out. Yeah, I really liked issue 1. I thought it was dope. I love the Marvel Zombies series.
Yeah.
We just had Marvel Zombies on Marvel on Disney Plus, so I'm digging it. And some of these covers are dope. Here we have the A cover, which I think is fucking sick. You got Thanos with the gauntlet, Samba fight Thanos.
The one I ordered too.
Yeah, is it? That's a dope cover. Here we have another Thanos cover, which is dope. These covers, the ones that have like the more like design, the Scott Koblish covers are dope. I just think Scott Koblish is great at putting all kinds of little Easter eggs and shit on his book covers, and he's great at doing that. So I really dig it. And look, it's fucking
it looks super
Infinity.
cool.
It's Infinity Gauntlet homage, you know. So of course you're gonna get that. It's dope. And I think that's the cover I would go with. It's fucking dope. I'm gonna be getting that on my poll.
I think I got both of those.
Yeah, right. You get
I think I did.
Shit, you know you have to because they're dope. This cover is kind of dope, you know, not my favorite. I like the other ones better, but again, anytime you get zombies and shit, you know, it's dope. Oh, it's a 1 in 25 incentive. I would have preferred if they had made this one to 1 in 25, I think, because when you get a beautiful cover as an incentive, it's easy fucking money. Yeah. Like, you know, not that I'm going to buy it and sell this shit, but it's just a good collectible. Right. When you have a collectible that's low print run and it's an incentive and it's a dope cover, it's just good to know, like, this book's already selling for $50. I'm never going to sell it, but it's in my collection. You know, it's a dope feeling. For those of us that care about that. I mean, I get shit from people all the time. They're like, oh, books shouldn't be worth fucking more than the paper they're printed on. But I disagree with that because, to me, those people are fucking dumb. Because that's like to say, you mean to tell me if you had an Action Comics #1, you wouldn't sell it for $3 million? Yeah. You would sell it for fucking 12 cents. It's bullshit. Stupid. Nobody would do that, you know? It's like, dude, we all like collecting. As long as you're collecting for the story and the art, the monetary shit is secondary. But if it can make you some money, why fucking not? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Don't get into this hobby to make money. That's the wrong attitude.
Yeah, we don't need scalpers in this.
Yeah, you know. But if you wanna, if the bonus is there, why not? Fuck that, dude. Yeah. Collect some shit. Don't get into this hobby thinking I'm gonna get rich and put my kids through high school, college. It's never gonna happen. But it's cool knowing that you have some shit that's worth the money. Yep. If you're in a pinch, I've had to do it. I've had to sell shit in a pinch. Luckily, I had those keys that I would sell, pay my rent. You know what I mean? It's good to know that it's there, but that wasn't the reason I started collecting, you know? Yeah. But, yeah, some people fucking hate that, or people that hate slapping comics. By all means, you're entitled to your opinion, but don't fucking talk shit to me because I like doing it, you know? Yeah. But, yeah, more...
Chichonas?
Chichona. We got the Chichona section here, Monster and Mizzou manga. More bone, more manga, cool stuff. Mr. Terrific.
You know that's good.
I've heard it's good too. Yeah. You know, and the movie was great. Mr. Terrific was fucking dope in Superman. So I know a lot of people are digging it. I haven't read it, but it looks super cool. We have another Chichona here. Are we gonna get flagged for saying Chichona?
It depends how many times we say it. That's our third one.
Chichona. Yeah, I didn't say that.
Must have been the AC.
Hey, we could always bleep it, you know? New history of the DC universe. We got some more manga. You know, I've heard this Parasite manga is dope. The cover doesn't look cool to me, but I've heard really good things about it that has this horror H.P. Lovecraft vibe to it. So I might have to give it a shot. Again, I don't know anything about manga. School me in the comments. Oh, and because we are going to upload this to YouTube, we're going to become one of those, I don't know if you already do it on your shit, but you know, you watch YouTube videos and you say, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Mm-hmm. So we've become those guys, you know?
We're going to have to. Subscribe, hit the comments.
It's right here. It's wherever it's at. And the imaginary bell. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified in our next video if it ever happens.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I have to because we're not going to hear the end of it. I'm also telling my kids, because my kids are going to hold me accountable. And I think my kids are excited that we started shooting some stuff. And I think I'm going to get them involved too. I think what we talked about, I'm going to get them to read some comics and we'll have like a teenager discussion. Especially they're twins. They sit there and talk shit to each other all the time. So getting their opinions about the same book, I think is going to be interesting. Yeah. And maybe we could do when all four of us sit there and shoot the shit about something.
Well, technically speaking, aren't comics really for like their age group? Like that's what...
Yeah, it's
for everybody.
It's for everyone.
But, you know, kids, I don't know.
You know, it's funny. Speaking of that,
don't listen to me.
I told you I wanted to try to create a theme song for the YouTube thing, because you got to have it. And I was trying to be like something fun and corny, and the first thing that popped into my head was like that saying, "Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids." So my thing was like, Silly Rabbit, comics aren't just for kids or something,
Right.
you know?
Yeah,
Which is
funny.
corny as fuck,
Yeah.
but you know, comics aren't just for kids, you know?
Comics for everybody.
For everyone. Dude, most of my customers are people my age, you know, your age and stuff, you know?
I'm not old.
I know, the guy's a young buck. He's 40, he's 25.
25.
25, I'm 42, so I might have to edit that, actually, but I don't want to reveal my age, but
We'll bleep it.
we'll bleep it. We have Peter Cannon, some Poison Ivy. There's a Poison Ivy annual coming out. If you guys are following the Poison Ivy series, if you want to get the annual, that stuff is not automatically, so you're not automatically subscribed to it because I don't know if you want to follow the annuals. We are trying to work on that. But right now I think we're subscribing you to annuals because you should be getting it. Unless you don't want it, you could always let us know. We do when we run the monthly catalogs, we send an email saying these are the books on order for you, or there's a new annual. We're gonna subscribe you for this because we think you'd like it. And you always have the option to email us back, say, "Oh, I don't want this," and then that's all you do. You know, we're not gonna hold you to it, but I think sometimes people don't know there's an annual coming out and they miss it. So this is us doing our due diligence to make sure you have what you need, so you don't have any gaps in your collection. All right, we're in the piece. Let's continue this.
Final stretch.
Final stretch. All right, Poison Ivy, Power of Fantasy. I've heard nothing but good things about Power of Fantasy. I haven't been reading it, but I have customers who love it.
I've been buying because of the covers.
Oh, really?
But I have not been reading it.
You're one of those, huh?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Yeah, I like the title, Puck You. That's pretty funny. Puck You. Cool homage to X-Men right here. This is cool. So the Punisher, Welcome Back Frank, is probably one of the cooler Punisher stories out there. And I like the fact that they're doing the Marvel Premiere Collection. If you guys don't know what that is, DC started doing the DC Compacts. You know, for $10 you get a whole classic story in there. And then Marvel started doing that, well, which I don't hate because I think it's brilliant. They should be doing that. So their books are $15. They're slightly bigger. But again, you have the cool polished look to it. You get some great stories in there. And I'm glad that they're bringing some of the evergreen stories to it. So I'm really looking forward. You get this pocket-sized travel edition book that you can put in your back pocket or in your backpack and travel with it. You know, because I have Welcome Back Frank, and it's a bigger fucking trade. And it's kind of annoying. But if you get something travel-worthy, it's dope. So you have that. That's a couple more mangas. You have Red Coat, issue 15. I have not been reading Red Coat, but I love the Geiger universe, especially with High Street and Sisterhood. I am pulling Red Coat because it all ties in. But I've heard nothing but good things about it. I know there was a crossover between Geiger and Red Coat earlier in the year. But yeah, the whole Geiger universe is dope. So I'm really digging that stuff.
I just bought the first volume of the trade paperback of Geiger. I haven't read it though.
Oh, dude, Geiger is dope. You get like the Fallout vibes, you know. This is a cool story. But you have those. You have Rogue Sun 31. Some more manga. Save Now. I have it on my pool. I didn't get a chance to read it. I think I have it down here. So it's from Bad Idea, which Bad Idea has some of the best fucking quality in comic books and storytelling. And Save Now, it's all about time travel. I know you love time travel. But the premise is this guy could rewind. I don't remember if there's a watch attached to it. Anyhow.
Like Click.
He has some kind of watch and he could go back in time, but only rewind. But the premise sounded so fucking brilliant that I wanted to check it out. So it is on my reading pile, and I love the artwork. So I'm really excited to read Save Now. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. If you're a time travel sucker like me, check it out because it looks great. And again, A Bad Idea has not disappointed me yet. Originally, when we were first selling their books and stuff, we were one of the only 200 distributors selling their stuff. And I love what they were doing. There was a lot of gimmicks involved, and I kind of got annoyed. But I think now they're available for every comic shop out there on the distributors. And the paper quality is always great, and the caliber of writers and stories are great. So I'm really looking forward to that. More manga. Of course, you got more Spawn. Mm-hmm. Spawn is great. Everybody loves Spawn. But, man, do they have a shitload of titles now. There's like 8 fucking Spawn titles now, you know? I love Spawn for what it represented back then. You know, I'm not personally getting it. But that's just because I think it's over Spawn saturation right now. But the original
that's a hot
Spawn,
take. People love Spawn.
Well, I know people love it, and it does great for us in the shop. And don't get me wrong. Again, just because I didn't say I don't like it. I said I don't collect it. If you don't like it, I mean, if you like it, collect it by all means. I said I like Spawn. I just don't. I can't keep up with all the fucking
That's
titles.
too many. Yeah, it is a lot.
But I will give a quick shout out. Our buddy Brian, that used to work for us, he has a cover coming out for the Book of Onyx, issue number 6. So FOC Pass, we did order enough. We are going to do an in-store signing for him October 29 when the book comes out. It'll also be combined with Halloween Fest, and we'll do a costume contest. There'll be all kinds of cool stuff. So my local customers, if you didn't order it, let us know. We have some, but I think I'm gonna have to increase my orders. But you definitely want to come and support B2. You know, Mr. Brian over here with a cover that he has, and he's such a giant fan of Spawn that I know his fucking 13-year-old self is geeking out right now. That he's getting a Spawn cover. So I had to fucking give him his little shout out and stuff.
Got to. We love Brian.
Yeah, Mr. B2 is pretty cool. He's a diva, but we love the guy. And I can say that because I know him like that. Here we have, I know Star Wars Boba Fett. They're on issue 3. I do believe this has the first appearance of a new bounty hunter. I made a note. First appearance of Djaja Spoon. So he's a bounty hunter. So there is a first appearance. Dude, all Star Wars that ever have first appearances are big keys to collect, because whether it's now or down the line, doesn't want to collect first appearances of characters that have potential to come out in movies or shows, Yep. So you can't go wrong. And, the Star Wars black and white series is pretty dope. So you got that going for it. We have some more trade paperbacks, cool Supergirl covers. We got Supergirl there. Yeah, and then, I know Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is a big thing. It was when it came out, especially Tom King's story. The compact edition is on FOC this weekend. So I know like issue 1, the whole 12 issues is super pricey, hard to get. I know the new show or movie is based on this. So you get a chance to pick it up for $10. You can't go wrong, and it's such a classic story. And
it's the compact small version that we were talking about.
You can put it in your back pocket and read it. You can read it in a shitter. You can read it in the airport, wherever you're at. But you got some cool stuff. This Survive number 3 is another Bad Idea title. I don't know the premise on this. I won't even try to, but it looks pretty cool. This Tama has a Tamagotchi feel to it. I know it's like a horror bug. Super cool. We have some more manga. Here we have the Last Ronin box set. So I don't know if you remember when the Last Ronin came out, but it was such a big hit. I know they're working on a video game in a live action. It was such an awesome story. I highly recommend it. If you don't want to pick up the omnibus or the big trade, you can pick up the box set. Super cool. The Adventures of Lumen. We got some more manga. The Killer. Let's see what else we have. We're getting to the end. Again, H.P. Lovecraft. The Days of H.P. Lovecraft number 2 is on FOC. Issue 1, I have it on my pull. I didn't get a chance to read it. There's way too much shit that comes out, but I was really excited about this. The artwork looks amazing, and I'm a sucker for anything H.P. Lovecraft. Horror stories, cool stuff. And he's such a genius when it comes to this stuff. So super excited about that. We still have a couple issue number 1s downstairs. I highly recommend you guys check it out. And issue 2 is on FOC this week. Of course, we have the Marvel Comics covers of Jack Kirby. Can't go wrong. Looking at all the artwork of the King, Mr. Kirby himself. I will say this. You know what? I've never done the tabletop games in the shop, but one thing I've always wanted to do was to host a D&D campaign at the shop. For some reason, I'm really intrigued with the concept of Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know how to play it. I've never played it, but I am really interested in learning and not opening it up for the whole world, because I'm not about to become like other shops
That's
around
another
here.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's another rabbit hole. But I would like to host our own little campaign here with a select few people that like playing that, because I know people are out there, my customers, that want to play it. So I did order this campaign book for myself. I'm going to try to dip my toes into it. But I am interested in hosting a D&D game, just for us. I think that'd be cool. And I say us like I'm throwing you in it, because I don't even know if you have any interest, but I think it always looks cool.
So the only thing I really know about D&D is that when John Bernthal and that one girl from Karen, who plays Karen in Daredevil, she plays D&D. Okay. And so she explained it to him, and they kind of played for 3 minutes. She was explaining it to him how it's played. And that's the only knowledge I have of D&D, and it sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds dope, dude.
I would love to see
the fact that you could let loose and have some fun. It just looks dope, man. I don't know. I want to try it.
I have to show you that video.
We'll see if you guys are into D&D and would be interested and helping us start playing a mini campaign, I'd be totally on board.
I love
think
to
it'd be
watch.
fun.
I want to see.
Oh, you like to watch, huh?
Oh.
He's one of those guys. He likes to watch.
I
We have some cool stuff here. Some more manga. The Immortal Thor again, more with the Street Verse variant. Mortal Thor, more manga. Thundercats Panthro #1. So I know they're giving all the characters on Thundercats their own miniseries or at least one shot. So here we have Thundercats Panthro, super cool covers. Some more covers. Transformers issue 25, second print. So I know issue 25 was a big deal because it's a new story arc. So I know I couldn't keep it in the shelf, like they sold out right away. So here's your chance of getting the second print. Because it is a big issue because of the new story arc. So here's your chance to get the second print if you missed out and doing all these other covers for it. You have issue 26. Yeah, Transformers has been a big hit. Everybody's been coming in from.
Yeah.
They're super dope. More Transformers. Ultimate Endgame. It looks awesome. I mean, all the Ultimate line for us has been doing great. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Good.
So I'm excited about Ultimate Endgame. So they have some cool covers. I'm excited for this. I do know they have a blind bag for this book. But the cool thing about this blind bag, it does show that they're going to have some original sketches in it, which that to me is fucking awesome. The fact that you have a chance to get some original artwork. See, I think those kind of blind bags
is worth it.
Are worth it, you know? You're not just going to get a fucking foil rehashed cover. You know, the fact that you get, you know, an actual sketch, I think it's worth the gamble. Especially for $5. You can't go wrong with $6. I
think you guys promoted, correct me if I'm wrong, bundle deal?
Yeah, we're offering a bundle deal. Oh, shit, the light went out. We offered a bundle deal. If you get, I forget what the price is, and we'll edit it or I'll post it here in the graphic. Yeah. But we are offering a bundle deal. If you get 5 blind bags, I think you end up getting one for free or cheaper. But when we do bundle deals like that, it's to help you save money. And it just helps you out, helps us out. So we are offering that. But yeah, the Ultimate blind bag, Ultimate Endgame True Believers blind bag. I'm actually excited about that. So I have no issues with that blind bag whatsoever. I think it's dope. I think the fact that you get some original artwork in it, I think that's brilliant, you know? So that's those guys there. Uncle Scrooge, Undead Iron Fist, which that seemed cool. This Undead Deadpool, this is the thing that pisses me off. I'm doing FOC for issue 2. Issue 1 is not even out yet. So how the fuck do I know how well it did for me to order issue 2, you know? But I did order heavy on it because it's fucking Deadpool. You can't go wrong. But issue 1 is not even out yet. So fucking Marvel, man. Don't do this shit to us. Don't fucking give me to do FOC for issue 2 when issue 1's not even out yet. That's just fucking bad business strategy. Come on, man. Get your shit together. All right. Continuing on. A lot of cool. This is a dope cover right here on Deadpool. And this is part of the Age of Revelation line, which is cool.
Technically speaking, an undead pool isn't technically him being alive because he's already like dying.
I know, right?
That's too much thinking into
too
it.
Much. That's like saying when the doctor tells you you're pre-diabetic, it's like, isn't everyone technically pre-diabetic? Because you don't have fucking diabetes yet, right?
Right.
You know, I've always had an issue with that, you know?
That's cool.
Continuing on Valiant. Oh, don't even get me started on Valiant. But you have Valiant Beyond. We're getting to the end. We got Vampirella Armageddon. Again, Chichona covers. Some cool Vampirella covers. You know, I said I don't really collect Vampirella, but I do collect the Vampirella Perillo covers. Perillo is one of my favorite artists out there, and anytime he does a cover, like I'm on board. He tends to do a lot of beautiful Vampirella covers, so I'll collect anything. And I don't even collect them because of Chichona covers. I collect them because of Perillo.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's what everybody says.
That's what I tell the wife.
Yes.
You know, but they are fucking dope. Here you have Venom, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 4. We have Void Rivals.
How is Void Rivals? Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, people are loving it, dude. It is because it's all part of that, you know, Transformers universe.
Energon universe, right?
Yeah, the Energon universe. So they've been doing great for us, man. I haven't read it personally, but customers love it. One book I will talk about here that I've read is this We're Taking Everyone Down With Us. Man, do I love this story. It's probably one of my favorite stories in the last year or so, you know, compared to Exquisite Corpse and all the other ones. But this story is such a good fucking story, man. It's issue 1 is such a heartfelt story. I don't want to get into the premise because I'll get tongue-tied, but it's such a beautiful story. Actually, I probably will. It is a story about a fucking scientist and he's got this daughter,
That
and
he
then they're trying
neglects.
to, huh?
He neglects her, right?
That he neglects because, and that's what I think got to me, is like so many of us as parents, we get busy with like, I'm working, I'm trying to make a better life for my kids, for my business, for whatever it is, that you're like, don't understand, I'm doing this for you guys. But at the same time, you're neglecting your kids, not on purpose. You're not doing it to be malicious, but you do it. So when I read that story, that part to me got to me because I sometimes do that without realizing it. I know my kids understand that I kill myself working to pay the bills, but it's also not a fucking excuse, you know?
Yeah.
So when I read that, I was like, dude, like, I get it. I get what he's going through. And I think at the end, the kids understand and all that, but you still did it. You still neglected them, not on purpose. So that part, when I read that, it got to me, but it's such a brilliant story. And then there's like robots involved. The dad dies. So then her thing is, does she go on and live a normal life, or does she go and get vengeance on the people that murdered her dad? And then there's this robot, this kind of like Jarvis, that's implanted with like his memories and the way he speaks, and he protects her. So it's such a beautiful fucking story.
I don't know why.
And it's Matthew Rosenberg, which is a great writer. Highly, highly recommend this story. And it's issue 6. It's the last issue.
Oh, it's only 6? I think I stopped picking them up after 4. I don't know why I did.
You gotta stop it. You gotta read it.
Yeah, I got it.
It's only 6-issue miniseries, but yeah, this story was fucking great. I loved it. But yeah, highly recommend that guy. Sorry. We have West Coast Avengers, a couple more. We're at the end. Witchblade. More Witchblade Chichona covers. World of Warcraft. X Avengers, more Age of Revelation bugs. This Zdarsky comic news, I don't recommend you order it because you don't want a bundle. This is more for me. I don't know why the fuck it shows up on Comic Hub, but we do order these bundles that we give them to you for free. But Chip Zdarsky, who's an awesome fucking artist and writer.
He's the one writing Captain America right now.
He's writing Captain America. A great take on Captain America. But he writes these little fucking couple issue books that just talk about the state of the fucking comic book industry. And he's so fucking funny, man. And he's such a good dude in person that I highly recommend. It gives you insight on what's happening in the industry. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He fucking talks shit. I love that. He says, why the fuck is every new comic book a 9.8? Like, I like the fact that he criticized the industry. And I love that because that's kind of how I am. Like, I have no problem talking shit, you know, if it's justified. So I highly recommend. Don't order these because you don't want the bundle. I'll order them for you. But when you come in, we have them in the free shelf there. You'll get a free one. But I try to do my best and give you guys a copy. But I highly recommend you check these out because they're just funny and you will learn some shit, you know? Yep. And he does a pretty good job at interviewing famous writers and artists in each issue, you know? Dope. And I know the first one was only like 2 pages. I know when I talked to him last time, he said he keeps doubling it and doubling it. So eventually you're going to get like a big one, you know, which is dope. That's what she said. But here you go. All right, we reached the end of it, dude. Finally. I wonder how long that shit was.
Right there, an hour 25.
An hour 25. Holy shit. I know people are going to stick around for it for that long.
If we promote it as a podcast, I think we'll be fine.
I think we went great for our first one. Dude, I'm actually proud of it. I think it was fun.
That was dope.
I don't even think we have to edit it. Like, I think, add some shit in there, but I think for our first one, the fact it came so naturally and freely to talk shit. Yeah. Maybe I'm a professional shit talker.
I think
not more so than my wife, because she's a professional shit talker. But it was pretty fun.
Yeah, we talk shit about everybody. Everybody's getting it.
Everybody's getting it.
Everybody's getting it.
I called out Marvel. I called out fucking all the blind bag fucking people. I called out Dynamite. Fuck it. Called each other out. We're gonna have to touch base on why he hates the Chris Nolan movies. He'll probably bring up why the fuck I don't like Green Lantern. But yeah, it was fun, man. I had a blast, dude. Like, I'm really glad we did this. I'm glad you pushed me to do this. Yeah. It does feel like a podcast episode, right? Like, when you see those people are shooting this shit, having fun. Like, I totally feel like that's what it is. And I was actually hoping that's what it was. And, and hopefully people stick around. I had fun. Hopefully you can shoot the shit, had some fun with us. But I had a blast, dude.
That was dope. That was fucking dope. You opened my eyes into a lot of shit that I skim over. Because, of course, me as a new comic book reader and a bunch of others, because there's like a comic book boom right now. Yeah. People are just looking for Marvel, DC, but there's some reads in there that I need to go back and place an order for.
And hopefully, that's kind of my goal with this has always been to inform people, let them know what's coming out, the new stuff, inform you on stuff you didn't know was coming out, because we don't know everything. Yeah. We go open our eyes to stuff. So my goal is to inform you, give you guys the tools that you guys need. And my wife brought this up to me the other day because we're doing FOC, And she's like, how come you didn't increase your numbers on this? And I said, well, fuck, they have access to Comic Hub. They could have seen it. And like a dumbass, I said that. She's like, yeah, they have the tools, but not everyone has the opportunity to go on there. It goes, you own the comic shop. It's your job to fucking inform them.
Yeah.
And it was like a slap in the face. Like, you're right. It's true. Like, it is my fucking job to inform you. Clearly, I'm not doing my fucking job. So that was kind of the goal in this, is to inform you guys, give you guys all the tools you need, let you guys know what's coming out. And, you guys make your decision. But my goal is we continue to do this. And I have plans, besides the FOC show, we do have plans to do like new comic book release, recap videos, do some behind the scenes footage, some funny content that I think it'll be fun. Kind of give you guys know what's behind the scenes, what happens. That's some cool ideas. So hopefully this will keep going, and I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible. But let us know what you liked, what you didn't like about this. Comment in the comment section. It's a trip that I even get to say that now. But yeah, I want to know what your opinion is, Go in there, be respectful to other people. You can talk shit about me, I don't
talk shit about us, yeah.
But be respectful to other people on there. But yeah, give us your opinions. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what we could do better. We have a lot of plans for this, and I think it'll be cool. Around here we'll cue the outro music.
Yeah.
Later on we'll cue the intro music once we get a theme song. I'm working on a theme song / jingle that'll be catchy and funny. But I think it's gonna be fun, man. I had a blast. Yeah, man. Do you have any last words you want to say?
No, just we gotta hold you accountable for that catwalk.
Oh shit! I was hoping you forgot about that.
No.
I did it to myself, dude.
Yeah, you did it.
I did it to myself.
So expect that in the following weeks of him showing off that new clothes he got here in shop.
I'm gonna do it. I went crazy on Roosevelt and ordered a bunch of shit because I love all their clothes, and I ordered some really cool shit. So yeah, and I thought about it when I thought about shooting the video. I was like, maybe I should do a catwalk in my head, and then I spoke into the real world. So of course, now hold me accountable.
Holding him accountable. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it was fun. I had a blast.
Yeah.
Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the bell notifications. Don't forget to subscribe.
Follow Horizon Comics.
Follow Horizon Comics at Horizon Comics on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Give us a follow on X. Follow Chupa Papi Javi.
Chupapi Javi.
Chupapi Javi.
2 eyes on Javi. On TikTok.
Yeah. If you guys are Hispanic, you kind of know what that means, to play on words. But yeah, dude, give it a follow. Go follow me at Boogie Richie G. And maybe later on I'll tell you the story behind that. But man, expect cool things from us. I think it's going to be fun. I had a blast doing this. Maybe later on we'll give you a little tour of my man cave. But yeah, I had a blast, man. I had a blast, dude. Thanks for doing this with me. I appreciate it. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
Fuck yeah.
Stop.